Since retiring from the public's eye, I have resigned myself to a life of solitude. For 2 years, I started my day watching Kung Fu theater. Days, then weeks, blurred into one long, greasy telephone. The next thing I know, some government goons show up at my place. It seems they've caught a whiff of old Mr. Sunshine himself, Rez. He's back in the media dimension, and they think I'm crazy enough to go back in after him. So they whisked me away to Interrogation 101.
Move it.
They play rough.
Share it.
They're giving me the business.
Share it. I'm live right now.
I give a little back.
Oh my goodness.
So we negotiate a little something to go expensive. They throw in one of those secret agent suits, and I tell them we got a deal. Looks like I'm headed back into the media dimension. It's gonna be deja ouch all over again.
My experience with Gex, Enter the Gekco, or Gex 3D, whatever one you want to call it. So, this game I have been playing for the past 2 days straight. And, you know, we're just going to talk about the game a little bit. It's a 3D platformer that came out in you see my message? Yo, what game is this? This game is called Gex Enter the Gekco, or Gex 3D, or Gex 3D. It's a whole thing, right? But anyway, so this game is the second game in Gex's franchise, which is pretty cool to be honest. But we're gonna talk about like the soundtrack and all that other sort of shit before we go ahead and do that. So I've been playing this game for the past few days. Thank you, dickhead, for playing the shit. But no, seriously, I've been playing the game for the past few days. I think I might have this physical game. You think? Hey, that's cool. But I've been playing this game for the past few days, and it's not a bad game. You know, the gameplay that you're gonna witness here in a second is gonna be based around like Super Mario 64. If you ever played that game, you'll kind of love Gex too. You know, you'll like it. But let me show you like some gameplay of Gex. You know what I mean? To give you guys a little bit more of a clearer vision. Also, I will be live later today as well. So not only where did you play it at? I played it on PlayStation 1. I played it on my PS1 emulator. So since PlayStation doesn't like it when, you know, go on and get a physical thing, whatever, so on and so forth. Played on my media. But anyways.
Hey, I feel like I'm trapped in Boy George's pants.
Yeah, so basically the gameplay of Gex, you pretty much have, look, I'll show you, look, check this out. So before you enter a level, you're in the media dimension, and you run around a hub world and you find some missions, alright, that you're going to start out with. Now, most of these missions here have like a certain structure, like cartoon, jungle, spooky, I can't remember the other one, space, and then like Jurassic Park themed. Oh, and then there's some others mixed in, like Indiana Jones, there's freaking shit. I can't remember a lot of them, but basically you go in these levels and you do these certain objectives to earn these remotes. Basically like Super Mario 64, how they tell you jump to the tethering rock. That's something Super Mario 64 did. And its gameplay, pretty much what you're seeing, is pretty much like a Crash Bandicoot Mario 64 blend. Also, Gex himself is actually kind of funny. If you remember my Conker's Bad Fur Day video and how Conker acts, that's pretty much how this nigga acts. He's like the original. Like the original video game character to kind of be doing references to, you know, like media and all that other sort of stuff. And I'm not really going to go into the whole story. Well, the story of this game is what you saw in the opening, so the story of this game. But I know I'm not the best at explaining this since I'm so used to kind of doing it in the short form. But basically, this is Gex's gameplay, you know, and bosses. bosses in Gex 2 is kind of just okay. Honestly, it's not really good. Oh, they also have a Kung Fu theme in this game. Is this the car insurance Gekko? No, no, no. Gex and the car insurance Gekko are two different motherfuckers. Good question, though. But see, for example, like the Indiana Jones mission, here you go. I'm going to show you. It's like a little bonus thing to make Gex look a little funny. He's wearing a little Indiana shit, which I think is pretty cool, you know? But, you know, to tell you all the truth, I didn't really finish this game. I just wanted to make a video about it because, I like the game, but, I don't like it enough to finish it. I kind of just, you'll see in time why I didn't feel like finishing this one. But, see, that's the Indiana Jones level. I'm going to give you, like, an examination of, like, all the levels. S-Class, how you doing? See, these are the Tiki Brothers, the first boss of the game, which they're a joke. I'm going to be dead ass, they're a joke. Then you got the Scream TV, aka the spooky level in this bitch. Yeah. One of the first ones. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I love a lot of these themes Gex 2 uses in their levels. But one bad thing you're going to notice in this game is you're going to notice the reuse of level themes. And I'm not going to lie to you. Super Mario 64, you know, may have done that a few times. But they didn't, like, just spam the same areas with new, like, bits in it. You know what I mean? Like, at least when you're in that area, you're in that area. And then when you leave it, you leave it. And sure, Super Mario 64 has its own problems where they reuse, like, go up the mountain or go down a slide multiple times. But, like, this game in its locations. Now, it's not bad, but I'm just saying, like, the repetitiveness of the locations kind of bothered me. That was, like, my first thing I kind of disliked about Gex was, like, the reuse of locations and kind of sometimes the level design and also the camera. The camera in Gex 2 was fucking awful at times. It's so fucking bad that at times that it's, like, it's kind of, like, for example, let's say you do this jump, the camera would be like this when you're trying to do the jump. It won't even give you the proper angling for the fucking jump sometimes. And it's not fun. But yeah, S-Class, I agree. You gotta love that. Gotta love that secret shit. But this is one of the cool ones. A fucking ad. That's one of the best Gex levels, guys. A fucking ad. Also, shout out to Long Plays Archive for the video that I'm using. Yeah, so if you don't know, Gex has a Kung Fu level based off, like, the old Kung Fu movies, like Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and stuff like that, and he even wears an outfit. And the music for Gex, you guys gotta hear the soundtrack for some of this shit. It's so fucking good. I couldn't stop talking about it when I was talking about it in my previous vlogs and shit, that Gex, you know, Gex 2 soundtrack is fucking good. I love the shit out of it. You know, and playing these levels, like, day in, day out, like, doing all 3 or all 2 objectives for the game, it was fun. I saw its value for a little bit, but a part of me just got burnt out from this game and kind of don't want to play it anymore. Simply because, like, you know, I felt like I did my time in. I don't even know how I feel. I don't even know why I feel this way, but I think I feel this way due to, like, me playing similar stuff all the time. Like, for example, like, Super Mario 64, I've already played it. And I can just 120 that game. Crash Bandicoot, I played that game a million times too, so it's like, I could just play that. You know what I mean? But that's no excuse for really not really finishing up a game. Also, I didn't even like Gex 1 that much in comparison to, like, Gex's 3D entries, which is 2 and 3. He doesn't have that many entries in his series because he kind of died off back in the 1990s, a year before 2000, funny enough. Actually, he had a few more appearances before he just died off. But a lot of people love this motherfucker. I do too. I like this motherfucker. I understand why people like him. He's the original Conker, if you will. If you want to really go there. He really is the original Conker. But as you can see, that theme is cool. Then you got another bonus level right here, which, again, this is cool. You know, another bonus. I can't really read.
I am most certainly no
Okay, also, I want you guys to know this about Gex's character. This motherfucker makes tons of jokes. Like, and let me tell you, these jokes range from you can possibly understand to you're not going to understand whatsoever. Because since this game was made in the 90s, they're taking stuff from the 60s, they're taking stuff from the 70s, they're taking stuff from the 80s and the 90s and early 2000s, you know what I mean? So, also, well, not early 2000s, but like basically up to the 90s, you know what I mean? That's what they're taking stuff from. So, there's jokes about Austin Powers, there's jokes about Indiana Jones, Tim Burton, that type of old stuff. Those type of old jokes are going to be all over the place in Gex 2, and even Gex 1 had them. Gex's whole character is basically, hey, let me say some funny ass shit all the time, or when I see something, let me say some funny ass shit. In game, you'll also hear him repeat its tail time a billion times, and also, hear him say the same jokes over and over and over and over and over again. But that's just the love of Gex, you know what I mean? That's just the way his character is, just him. Oh, look at that. It's like looking at Tim Burton's bathtub or something, you know what I mean? It's like, think of it kind of like a Family Guy gag before a Family Guy gag. He'll have some type of joke like that ready to go. That's Gex for you, bro. That's Gex. Look at it, diggy. But anyways, this level was pretty fucking cool. Let me show you this circuit shit. See, and when I'm going into these 3D levels,
Shut down all the garbage smashers on the detention level.
oh my god, Gex. But with all seriousness, when I'm going into these levels for the first time, I love every time I visit these places for the first time. But when I started realizing that they're just reusing stuff, like they're reusing level design, like when you, for example, you pass this circuit level and then a world or two later you see the same gimmick or the same place but like different layout, you're gonna be sitting there thinking kind of like, I kind of did this already not even that long ago. Why am I doing it again? You know what I mean? I started feeling that way about this game a little bit when I started getting to levels that reuse themes, like the spooky level themes and all that other sort of stuff. Fucking hated that. But this circuit shit is cool. Yeah, oh god, let me show you Frankenfield. Frankenfield was really fucking bad. Let me tell you why Frankenfield was bad. For me, anyway. Frankenfield, the level itself, was so bad for me that I spent more than 30 minutes sitting there on the level itself. It's not fucking fun. I got stuck in this maze bit. And you guys know me with mazes. I only fuck with Pac-Man mazes. Alright? I don't fuck with maze gameplay all that heavy, so you can imagine the rage in my fucking body doing it at like 8 or 9 o'clock last night. It was suffering. It felt like pure suffering. I didn't even enjoy the maze too much. Moving around with fucking Gex in a maze. I hated it. And I bet this is how somebody would probably feel about Super Mario 64 if they tried to play it and tried to find the star, so on and so forth. At least with Gex, whenever you click a mission, they'll let you know where it's at. You know what I mean? They won't full on let you know where it's at, but they'll give you like a general idea, and sometimes that general idea isn't really enough. And this is also a criticism towards Super Mario 64 as well, but since I've been playing that since I was a little shit, I know exactly where all the stars are located, so I have no problem with that personally in terms of Super Mario 64. Now, other than the next spooky level here, let's talk about the Rocket Channel. This place sucks. I despise this place. I hated as soon as I went into the space level. I kind of just stopped enjoying the game from here, and you'll see why here in a second. Look at this. You see this shit? I don't know what you guys think of this, but it's a fucking meter. An air meter. Y'all know me with time limits. If I'm playing, okay, here, let me give you hand gestures and so on and so forth. if I'm playing a 3D platformer collectathon, I want to move around your fucking hub world, your worlds, and I don't know, maybe I have lost, like, patience, or maybe I don't have enough patience for the space worlds or something, but I'm telling y'all this, I want to explore it to the best of my ability, but sometimes, and this space level, in my opinion, felt like it was too fucking much. I felt like I was doing too much at once with this space bullshit. And seeing that air meter and constantly having to grab air when the meter is down, Look, I get it when you're underwater and shit, and sometimes that's limited, but if you're really gonna give me a breath meter and a fucking platformer for space, for water, that level better be fun as fuck. Otherwise, I'm just sitting there like this the whole time. Because that's how I was sitting with Gex when I was dealing with this space level. I literally was playing it for a few minutes, and those few minutes were fucking awful. And I mean that because not only I didn't enjoy the level design at all, but like dealing with that air meter really kind of rubbed me the wrong way and kind of made me not want to do any of the space levels, because since I need to do the space levels in order to beat the game, you know what I mean? This is where I kind of just drew the line and said, I don't think I want to play anymore. I don't get twisted. I love the soundtrack. I love Gex as a character, but I personally don't think I would want to go through this. And, you know, it's just a mental thing. It's me just understanding, you know, because back in the day, I would used to, if y'all saw what I saw right now, y'all would be like acting the exact same. Y'all would have the same reaction I did. But see, back then I used to push myself. I used to force myself to do things, you know, like deal with this in this game, you know, knowing you know, take Kingdom Hearts 3 for example. If you remember data.org, I knew what it was doing to me. All it was doing was making me negative, pissing me off 24/7. Did you share the stream, by the way? Thank you. Because I was trying to tell you I couldn't do it. But I used to push myself, right? And Kingdom Hearts 3 data.org, and Syax was like the last straw. And I haven't played that game since. I know with Galaxy 2, there's still moments in my life where I feel like I do push myself, especially Galaxy 2. That's like the latest example I got because, you know, I replayed it 100% for you guys. But with this game, I kind of just drew the line. Like, I drew myself a line. Like, this is the limit that I should be experiencing, because, like, I shouldn't be pushing myself to do shit segments in a fucking video game. A video game is supposed to be there for me to just either enjoy all the way, hate all the way, or just, you know, I mean, obviously there's going to be those games that frustrate the fuck out of you and stuff, but to me, this space level was just kind of the realization that I kind of don't want to play this game anymore. This is where the burnout from Gex Enter the Gekco, or Gex 2, however you want to say it, put me in. It gave me burnout. And also, if you want to know my thoughts on like Gex 1 really quick, I couldn't even beat the first level of Gex 1 because I didn't know where the remotes are. And yeah, I don't like Gex 1 either. But anyways, let me continue showing you guys like what's up with Gex 2. At least give y'all an idea of the final boss and so on and so forth. And you guys see that, right? Look, we start off with a Toon TV, Scream, then a Kung Fu, then a Circuit, right? Then we do another boss. Then we're right back to Circuit, right back to Frank. You know what I mean? We're right back to the same shit. Yeah, see, rocket or space, and then we're back to Toon TV, the fucking cartoons. And then you see the prehistory, which is the dino level, and then again, we're back in the circuit. And then we're doing a boss, then we're back to the prehistory, then we're back to Poltergeist, then we're back to Kung Fu. You know, and then we're back to, again, Kung Fu, bro. And then Rocket, and then it just repeats. You are lucky I didn't catch you doing that. And see, for me, I love Gex 2, but some of these levels are just too damn long, man. I don't... Look, I enjoy 3D collectathon platformers. I played Banjo-Kazooie. I fucking hated Tooie. Alright? I love Super Mario 64. You know, I loved all those. Not Banjo-Tooie, I hate that one. But, I don't know, to me, this kind of, some of the levels in Gex actually, like, mentally feel like they're really long. Sure, I know, once you know what you're doing, what you're getting yourself into, you know the levels in and out, like Super Mario 64, you won't have this fucking problem. But for me, since it's my first time playing Gex 2, I've never played it as a kid, never grew up with it, so like going through this game is kind of difficult for me, and it's difficult to me to stay in it because some of these levels are so goddamn long that it kind of pushes me away. In a way, it just pushes me away, and it kind of leads to me getting some burnout because these levels are so fucking big. And especially since I don't even know where the fuck I'm going. So think of me not knowing where I'm going stacked on top of a big-ass level layout. And I'm not using guides either. I'm literally just playing through most of this shit with my own controller and my own thought process. Going through this shit. And it's annoying. It's not fun. Hero K7. I mean, there are a lot of games like this, mostly old games, because the gaming world wasn't that advanced, really. Yeah, I know. And there's nothing wrong, like, with the game. I'm not going to say that Gex 2 is a shit game, because it's not. Because if Gex 2 was such a shit game, do you think it would have gotten a third game? You know what I mean? Like, Gex 3, which Gex 3, I heard, improves things from Gex 2, and has less levels, but doesn't reuse levels to extend the game's length, which I definitely do appreciate from hearing that from sources, outside sources, so on and so forth. I do appreciate that. And yeah, I've never seen the final boss. I think I might just skip to the final boss, but that's my point, is that the level design in this game around the space level really bothered me and kind of made me realize I want to stop playing, and I kind of suffered through burnout on this game a little bit and kind of want to move on to something else a little bit. Who knows how I will actually feel when I play Gex 3. I hope Gex 3 is a better game. It doesn't make me feel like I'm going to have burnout. But like I did like this game for like one thing, and I got you right now. I'm gonna show you why I did really love this game, man. And I know, but come on, y'all can't lie and tell me this isn't cool. What's up, Lord Dragon? How you doing? My bad for not saying anything earlier. It's just trying to get my point across, so that way we can kind of get it moving. But this right here, I thought I was the only one to ever use the controller like a keyboard. Nah, man. When you play with a controller, bro, like, hear this shit. Hey, even if I didn't finish Gex 2, the media dimension in Gex 2, its music and its hub world, I know it's James Bond inspired and shit, because that's what the whole game is centered around, him being like James Bond, but one of the dopest hub world themes I've heard in a minute. You know what I mean? It's like right up there with some of the GOAT hub world themes and shit. Fucking A. Like, this is good. Which I do want to talk about the soundtrack, like actually talk about Gex 2's soundtrack for a little bit. Gex 2 has a great soundtrack. The menu music's good. Obviously, the media dimension is good. Toon TV is good. Hunting Season. Like, all this stuff is amazing. I love the soundtrack for Gex 2. Definitely going to be listening to it a lot. Oh, I need to hear the Kung Fu Theater one again. Sorry, you just gotta love some of this shit. Oh, and the Dragnet. Look at this one. That's a fucking ad. Ignore that. Dude. Fucking cool shit, man. I love this shit. I love Gex. You know, not just Gex, but I love what Gex kind of represents. In gaming, he kind of gives, I don't know, he gives me that vibe of like, you know, respect. I don't know what I'm fucking talking about. Fucking lost my train of thought. Reminds me of Block's Fruit music way ahead of its competition / time, for real. Like, Gex, I kind of, you know, it kind of makes me sad whenever I think about Gex, because, and the way he went out with only a third game and then that was it. Because I kind of wish he had a whole big ass thing, like on the, you know, like, fucking, I wish he had a whole thing, like, after the original PlayStation, you know, kind of had the life like Crash had. Same with Conquer, like, and also Loot. My brother has a running joke that he likes to say to me all the time. He always loves saying, "Oh, look at this, Alex is into another dead franchise." Yeah, good job, Alan. You got into another dead gaming franchise, something that's not alive in modern day. That's what's up. And I always look at him like this, like, bro, I'm sorry that I'm not playing Call of Duty or like Nerd Brother for real, JK. I'm not playing Xenoverse 2, or I'm not playing something that's alive. I always strive to find those older games, you know what I mean? I always try and strive to find those so I can just get into them and understand them and just play them and have a good time. That's literally all I want to do. And, you know, I'm going to be honest, you know, I was going to go out on a bad note and just kind of be like, man, it's too bad I didn't finish Gex, but it's like, you don't have to finish a game to enjoy it. And that's the lesson I kind of learned from playing Gex, is that, you know, play a game until you just don't want to play it anymore, you know what I mean? Like, as a gamer, you know, we're bound to be Xenoverse 2 alive. Ha, good joke. Well, it kind of is. I mean, with its DLC, keeping it alive and shit.
It's the one that's still currently going at this point.
Yeah, man, imagine if Gex had DLC. He probably would have said DLC for these new levels. But, as gamers, you know, you're supposed to finish every game you touch. You know what I mean? and finish it at least. But there are so many games on this channel that I just didn't finish. Or there were so many games I talked about but didn't finish. Like, okay, I can't name one at the top of my head. Super Metroid for a while. Long while. People talk about DLC, but it takes up to 2 hours to find a PvP match. Fair? Even on unranked. Yeah, I can see that sometimes. But anyways, about Gex. I liked Gex 2, but I don't know, just my problems. I'm going to talk about, say my problems again, and then I'm probably going to end it because I don't want to make this too long. My first problem is the camera. It is a pretty shit camera. My second problem is the level, the themes of the levels being reused when they shouldn't be. Super Mario 64 had 15 courses, and the only one that they reused was the snow one. If I'm not mistaken, it was the snow level that they reused twice, funny enough. Yeah, the reuse of level themes, the camera, and I don't know. I feel like you can play this game in a long sitting, but like I feel like this game was meant to be taken down in more bite-sized chunks. You know what I mean? Like more little bite-sized sessions, like 1 hour sessions, because these levels can be long as fuck if you don't know what you're doing. They feel like a whole game in itself sometimes, in my brain anyway. But those are like my problems with Gex too. Everything else, like, oh, and then maybe Gex getting like a little bit annoying with his jokes, because some jokes I really don't get, and a lot of people kind of hate his U.S. voice actor because he's kind of annoying in some regards. But I'm not really going to count him being annoying as like a problem, because you can you could just mute your TV, but you have to always listen to it. But I think that's it. That's how I feel about Gex. Good game until like I just didn't want to play it anymore. It kind of feels like Final Fantasy IV in a way. Like I played it until I just didn't want to play it anymore. And that's it. No ill will. Just, that's it. But I will give Gex 3 a try, not straight after this, but I am playing another game like Doom 64 and stuff like that, and I might give Doom 3 another shot, or I might give Doom 3 a shot too, so there's going to be more content for you guys coming in. Hey, iPhone, can you fucking unfreeze? Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite, share with your friends. I know this is one of the shortest one of the shortest streams I've ever done, but I don't want to stretch this shit too thin. I don't want to like talk about something for more than an hour when it doesn't need to be. But yeah, later today I will be playing Kingdom Hearts 3 live for you guys, so you guys are going to be getting Kingdom Hearts playthrough starting today. And either Kingdom Hearts 3 or maybe Origami King. I have to really think about it. But yeah, until then, see y'all niggas later. Oh yeah, and you want to say anything, Lubit, since you want to be in my video so much? Hurry up, I'm not trying to make this shit like 50 minutes. Lewit, are you trying to have the PS5 or not? Are you gonna say something? I literally asked you. You're gonna fucking say something.
I said no. I shook my head.
I did not see that.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
You know what? Because of that, I'm extending the video. We're gonna listen to some Gex shit.
Oh my god.
Yep. I'm gonna be here till like fucking 12 o'clock. Yep, it's happening, Louis.
That's pretty much until I leave.
Yep, it's happening. Let's see how long the video is actually.
Bro, just end the shit.
Nah, you know what? We are making this shit. We're not making this shit an hour.
Excuse me, Mr. Wells.
Hooray!
Take your time. Oh, that's how it starts. Then there's running and screaming and power-ups. It coats. It soothes. Whoa! I thought they tasted bad on the outside. Robin, old chum, take out your anti-voodoo pills. Hey, baby, it's the 4th of July. I'm sailing away. Oh, we're short round when you need 'em. 1 to beam up. 2 words. Slim fast. 3 more and I have the whole set. 4 on the floor, baby. 500 channels and still nothing on. 6 days on the road and I'm gonna make it home tonight. The Heaven's Gate poster boy. That's great. Why don't you get back on the can of tuna? All right, it's your time. And the thing with the flavor. Hey, Mo! I'm a light bulb. A little time now, a lot of tail later. A lot of people wonder what happened to the first Derek on Bewitched. A raft! How convenient. Those programmers think of everything. A sprinkle a day helps keep odors away. At 1 million years, 2 white tigers, and we're at Siegfried and Roy. Oh, good, the Renaissance Fair. Time to meet some fat chicks. That's only a flesh wound. The old 5-finger discount. Belly button length. Hey, it's a good look for you. Detroit. Pearl of the Orient. Just another New Year's Eve in New York. Not yet, thanks. That's great. The unknown comic is making a comeback. To see the world as Keith Richards does. Ancient Chinese leather. Shaka, bro. Akira to white courtesy phone. Akira to white courtesy phone. All that work and I'm back where I started.
Nope.
It's just like college. All this technology and
He didn't want to say any final words, so I'm gonna have Gex have the final.
Technology, I'm still playing hopscotch. All this technology so fat guys can hear Rush Limbaugh. All this technology still can't.
All I hear is Kermit the Frog. Frog.
All this thanks to Miracle Grow. All right, boys. Phases on stun.
All right, who put helium in the oxygen tank?
Always wanted a Mr. Cotter for ancient Chinese secret, huh? And I think you're going out of your head. And remember, kids, never buy marmalade from a guy in a top hat. And stab and kick.
Bro.
They said testing A-bombs on this island would have no effect.
This is 25 minutes.
One of the
Yep.
40,000
Really gonna sit here
rooms in
and waste my time,
House.
25 minutes.
Another
Bro,
Saturday
dude,
morning in
like,
Timothy
sit,
Leary's
God.
house. Oh, we made
You know, at least get my rebirth
Are you
thing.
after that old sandwich in my pockets? Are you fluent in getting your butt kicked? Are you hiding food in those
It should
fat
get
bowls?
louder as you
Are you
progress
related
in
to
the
the cartoon
You know what?
can at the movies? Aren't I supposed to ride on the inside? Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper? At least I'm not at the DMV.